right. Good evening, everybody. It's so good to be back. Thank you to Cassie and Nicole and all of you that held the fort together the last couple of weeks while we were gone, while our SSDs and retreaters were gone. So we appreciate you. Thank you. I missed you guys. I feel good being back. It's like, I don't know, it's part of my feeling like I'm getting back into my groove is by grounding myself on Tuesday nights. Tonight's call, we're going to talk about Bring Back My Bar and using the Bring Back My Bar sampler to generate sales. But I also want to tell you that here's why this call is also important. Because the upcoming... What are you doing? The upcoming Brick by Brick incentive may have something to do with being able to utilize Bring Back My Bar to generate future business. And so tonight's call is not just about Bring Back My Bar and why to use that sampler and why it's important, but it's also some information that you can use in the future for probably part 3 of the incentive. Okay, so the timing of Bring Back My Bar dropping will really collide with what part 3 is on Brick by Brick. So take notice, take notice tonight on this call. Before we dive in with Lisa, Cassie, any announcements?
Let me bring my news tab back up.
What are you doing?
Well, Lion King launched on Monday. The SFR commemorative warmer is now available to order through the consultant store. There is no additional shipping. They have that figured into the price. That's available for anyone that registered for in-person or virtual family reunion. It's $60. It looks like the letterboard warmer, but it's purple. It's pretty cute. They did email customers to promote fragrance flowers. That email went out to customers in the contact list today. They talked about the June warmer of the month for Canada. There's a news article out there for that. And returning product status list stuff on Thursday is Bonfire Beach Car Bar and Clothesline Washer Whiffs.
Awesome.
So that's about it today.
Thank you for keeping us in the loop.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Lisa, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Hello. Hello everyone. Hi, I'm Lisa, if you don't know. So I'm going to talk just a little bit about why Bring Back My Bar is such a great thing and why the sampler is such a great thing for us to utilize for our customers. So when they announced the winners of the voting, they said that the Bring Back My Bar sampler was going to be available for consultants to purchase early on May 16th. Now, we haven't had any information to contradict that. We haven't had any updates, but since the 16th is next week, if something is changing, they will, I'm sure, let us know on Thursday when they update us with news for the coming week. So keep an eye on your news tabs for that. And of course, I'm sure anything that drops, Cassie will throw right there in Together We Scent. So she'll probably keep an eye out for you. But right now it's still May 16th. So next week we should have that sampler dropping for us. And you may be saying to yourself, why do I want to buy this? One of the biggest reasons is that we get PRV on this sampler. So you're actually contributing to your own sales when you purchase it. So it does help you out in that regard. Another really great reason to get, so it's going to be, I think it's just 20 this time, right? We're not doing 25. It's just 20. So it's going to be all 20. You're going to get one of each fragrance. And so I think it's going to be around $100, but I'm not 100% sure on the price. So they'll announce that when they let us know exactly when it's coming. But you'll get a certain amount of PRV from that. So once you get your sampler, you're getting it early. It's not going to be available to customers until June 1st. So just like we've gotten some of these wax collections like Chase Rainbows and All Is Well, we were able to get those early and smell them and make samples and get them to our customers. We can do the same thing with Bring Back My Bar. And it's super important to be able to smell that. Give a review to your customers. Let them know what you think about it, because they come to us because they trust what we think. And our customers know, for the most part, that we know what they like. And so to be able to give them an opinion on these fragrances before they buy them is pretty priceless, in my opinion. So you can create samples for customers. There's lots of different ways you can do that. I'm going to be creating felt samples for my Happy Mail. I've showed these before. These are available in the consultant store. Super easy to purchase, the felt samples, but you can get them on Amazon, wherever you want to get them. It's a really easy and affordable way to create a lot of samples. But if you're somebody who likes making molds, you can do that too. I think we still have sample molds in the consultant store. And then, of course, little bags, pop your sample in there. These little mini zip sacks, they say Scentsy, they're in the consultant store, but again, you can get bags on Amazon too, so you don't have to spend a lot of money to make samples. You do what works best for you and however you want to get those out. A great idea for these samples is you could host like a little like sip and sniff, like towards the end of the month. You can have people over, or maybe somebody wants to have a host it for you, and you can create like a sample bar of the Bring Back My Bar scents. You know, just have them like kind of laid out, and everybody can pick and choose the ones they want, or they can sniff them right then and there, and you can already have orders ready to go for June 1st. It's another really great opportunity to book parties off of the Bring Back My Bar going into June, because you can be like, well, what if you want to get this, you want to get these Bring Back My Bars, you want all of them? Well, why don't you get it for free or half price? So if you have this little sip and sniff, you can book parties off of that. You can also talk up Scentsy Club to your customers, because these fragrances are only coming back from June 1st to June 30th. That's it, unless they sell out before then. So that's the time frame that people are going to be able to get these. So let's say somebody really falls in love with root beer float. I love root beer float. It's probably going in my Scentsy Club when it comes back. So let's say somebody really falls in love with root beer float, and then they're like, what do you mean I can't get it in July? Because, you know, we all have those customers. It doesn't matter how many times you tell them you have to order it by this date. Somebody's going to come to you on July 1st and be like, oh my gosh, can I still get that? And you're like, no, friend, I'm sorry I told you. But this is a great time to tell them about Scentsy Club and keep talking about it, because it's like, hey, if you fall in love with this and you don't want to have to buy like 30 of these bars right now, let's get you signed up for Scentsy Club, and then you're going to get it forever. And then that's guaranteed PRV for you. And they're happy because they get their fragrance. Almost all of my Scentsy Club at this point is like Bring Back My Bar fragrances, like old, retired Bring Back My Bar fragrances. So it's a really great opportunity to book parties, to get people to get them for free and half price, and to push that Scentsy Club angle for yourself to guarantee sales in the future. So these are all things that you can do with this sampler just by sniffing it, reviewing it, creating samples for people. If you want to, when you're creating your samples, you can just literally write on the bag with a marker what the scent is, but you can also, if any of you are in the All About Samples Facebook group, they always create labels for the Bring Back My Bar fragrances when they come back. So once that sampler gets launched, I think once the sampler launches, they'll start working on the labels once they have that info available to them. So I think you guys have seen me. I've posted about these labels before that I get from them. But it's real simple. You cut them out And there's even a space where you can put your sticker, your info, and then you just like staple that to your bag with your sample. You can hand them out. You can hand them out in the drive-through to anybody, to the people who help you at the grocery store. And it's a really professional looking way to get your sample out there, and even just for your regular customers. So you can do that too. But again, whatever works best for you. It's all about samples. I know we've linked it before, but we can link it again.
Cassie put it in the chat.
Sure. Fantastic. Excellent. They're a great group, and they work really fast and they work really hard. So definitely check them out. So
hey, Lisa.
and you can even do, sorry, what?
No, go ahead. I'll say
okay.
it.
No, I was just going to say, going back to Scentsy Club, you can even do like an online, like Scentsy Club Q&A, where you can invite people who have shown interest in it and like talk about, you know, like any kind of like a little event, that whatever works best for you. Because maybe you're not ready to do in-person event. Maybe you want to do something online. You can do something like that with your Bring Back My Bar. Whatever is going to work best for you, online, in person. There's lots of different ways that you can utilize this sampler. And the last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is on your workstation. So I'm going to share my screen for just a minute. But it's about being able to utilize the sales reports to see if anybody has purchased scents from the Bring Back My Bar from you previously. Now, if you've joined very recently, this might not be useful for you, but you will know how to use this tool in the future for future Bring Back My Bars. So I'm going to, should be able hopefully to share my screen. Okay. Did that work?
No, we don't see it
Can
yet.
you guys?
Let's see.
It's a lot different on my computer.
There we go.
Okay. There we go.
Yep.
Okay, so here we are in my workstation. And I'm on the reporting tab. So I'm gonna so when you're on your dashboard, you're just gonna click on reporting and it'll bring you to this screen. And then we're gonna go to sales reports. And we did a Zoom recently where we did a little tutorial on sales reports and how to utilize them. And this isn't super in depth, but if you go to product history here, you can pull up. So if you have a particular fragrance in mind, so I was trying to think of one that was on our Bring Back My Bar list that we've had pretty recently, and pineapple coconut vanilla hasn't been gone for very long. So if you see, it's already popping up right here. You can populate that. Check that off. And then you can pick a date range. So it doesn't go back any earlier than 2016, but you can do, I'm not going to hit search because it's going to pull up my customer's personal data. But you can see here the range goes from January 1st, 2016 to today. And if you hit search, if I hit search, it's going to bring up all of the customers that purchased the pineapple coconut vanilla Scentsy bar from me in that date range. So it's a really useful tool if you've been a consultant for a while and you've been through a few Bring Back My Bars, because, you know, a lot of times we have repeat fragrances. This is a really good way to go back and be able to contact those people who purchased it from you before and be like, hey, did you know this is coming back again? Would you be interested in purchasing it again? So that's just a little helpful tool. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Hopefully, I think I'm going to. Did that work? Are we good now?
It did.
Fantastic. And I don't know if there were any questions, but that's all I have for right now. Hopefully that was helpful.
So Lisa, let me add in a couple of things, and thank you so much for talking about this with us. So that you know, just in case you haven't seen the Bring Back My Bar list, let's go over which scents are returning. Cotton Candy Cookie, My Only Sunshine, Bamboo Yuzu, Enchanted Mist, Lemon Coconut Chiffon, Flower Child, Love and Happiness, Coconut Vanilla Orchid, Blueberry Pancakes, Caramel Vanilla Delight, Blackberry Orange Marmalade, Very Perry Pumpkin, French Toast, Summer Rain, Inner Peace, Blonde Wood and Moonflower, Cutie Pie Cupcake, Love You Very Much, Buckleberry, Forever Yours, one of my favorites, Pineapple Coconut Vanilla, Root Beer Float, Berry of Paradise, Simply Irresistible, and Zeppelin. Okay? Now, some of these on this list, a couple of us would be able to speak to. I mean, goodness, there's a bunch of us that have been around when these scents are around. But Inner Peace is always a very popular scent. It's light, but people that like the clean scents really tend to like Inner Peace. Enchanted Mist was around in my very first catalog in 2008. Very popular fragrance. It stayed around for quite a while. Luna is kind of a sister scent to Enchanted Mist. And
I was talking about the solid perfumes. Yesterday with Enchanted Mist.
Yeah, Enchanted Mist was around for a long time. Then Luna came, which is a sister scent to Enchanted Mist. So all of your Luna lovers, Enchanted Mist is an excellent recommendation. And those that love Luna may also like Forever Yours. So, and Cutie Pie Cupcake smells very similar to Lemon Coconut Chiffon, believe it or not. When Cutie Pie Cupcake went away, that was one of my favorites in the early days. Lemon Coconut Chiffon came out, and it was a very, very close second to Cutie Pie Cupcake. If you have blueberry cheesecake fans, then promote blueberry pancakes. And Lisa said it, Root Beer Float, believe it or not, is a very popular fragrance. It smells just like it, and it is very popular. Simply Irresistible. Go ahead.
I was just saying it's amazing.
Yeah. Simply Irresistible was also around when I first started. It smells like men's shower gel. It is so clean and so fresh and amazing. I may be adding that one to club. It smells outstanding. And Zeppelin is a men's fragrance as well. Men's, I say men's because it's more in the cologne musk family. But you have a couple options to offer men in this Bring Back My Bar. So this is very, very exciting. Blonde Wood and Moonflower, and I'm not going to go through all of these, but Blonde Wood and Moonflower, it's a surprising great fragrance. So it's one that when it was around, I would always recommend it. And when people melted it, they loved it. And so you have some really great options. I'm very excited about this list because it covers quite a wide range of scent palettes. In speaking to the sales report that Lisa had alluded to or called attention to, I want to remind you that the sales reports are only ever as good as the information you put into your workstation. So if you always enter orders under your own name, you are going to be the person that falls out on the sales report having ordered that fragrance. So make sure that you are always, as much as you're able, put people's fragrances under their names so that the sales reports are actual real good tools for you in the future. The other thing is, if you are going to be passing out samples, and this applies not just to Bring Back My Bar, but samples in general, if you're going to be passing out samples, make sure you're getting the information, even if it's a phone number of the person you're giving the sample to, so that you can text and follow up and ask how they liked it. You are not in the business of giving things away for free constantly. And to pass out samples at random is basically saying, I hope they call me. And hope is not a business plan. So, taking a phone number so that you can text and follow up. Before I give a sample, I always like to ask if they have a Scentsy warmer or a wax warmer at all. Because if they don't, I want to know what they're going to do with the sample. And that's a great segue for me to say, you don't have anything to melt this in, and that's what I'm here for. So make sure you are intentional with your sample passing out. Samples can be very effective. Very effective. But how good will you be with following up on those effective samples? Anybody have anything they want to ask or add? And then I have 2 more things. The link for that samples page with the labels is posted in the chat, so snag that if that is something that you want. It is, tell me the name of the page again. I still want to call it All About Layers. So what is it?
All About Samples.
All About Samples. Okay, great. Yeah, it's searchable on Facebook. Anybody, anything? Okay, so let me give you a commercial for some things that are coming up for May, and then we're going to do our prize drawing for the week, and then everybody's getting out early tonight, and this is exciting. So, next week, we are going to be talking about emailing and ways to contact team members and customers using programs. We're not going to give full walkthrough tutorials on these, but we're going to graze the surface on some products that will help you in doing so. So that will be the 17th. May 24th, we will not be having a call on Tuesday night. We will be having a retreat going on during that time, and so there will not be a Tuesday call on May 24th. And then on May 31st, we are having a game night, and Debbie is going to teach us how to play or how to use Kahoot as a game option that you would be able to use in the future. Those of you that know about it, I know Rachel, I see you doing this. We are going to have a game night, and there will be prizes, and that is on the 31st. So 17th, we're talking about reaching out to people, customers, and teams. No call on the 24th, and game night with a dual purpose. You will be able to learn how to use this for yourself. That will be on the 31st. Andrea, do you want to draw our prize winner?
I sure can. Okay, I'm gonna put these things in here. Okay, tonight's winner. We have Cindy Becker.
Cindy! Yay!
Yay!
That's awesome.
Well, that's exciting.
That is very exciting. Awesome. Well, I'm so glad that you got on. I'm so glad that all of you got on. Thank you so much. I appreciate you showing up for me, for us, and for yourself. So have a fantastic night. We do have Thursday night shift on Thursday, if that's a call that you participate in, and we will have Cubicle at 10 a.m. Eastern time on Friday, which is our virtual work hours. I will be there, and I'd love to see you. So, okay, you guys, thanks so much. Have a great night.
Thank you.